Hello, welcome to class today. I'm Mr. Timothy Scott, your Common Core English Language Arts tutor. It's nice knowing you out there, and together we are going to have a wonderful time in this new lesson we're about to commence. Unit 2, Lesson 1. I hope you've observed you having a new reader now called Bedtime Tales. Our learning target for this first lesson today includes that we'll be able to practice new spelling words, to also be able to read different short and long vowel spellings, and the ability to ask and answer questions about key details in the story, Mike's Bedtime. Are you ready? I hope you still have your spelling list because you ought to practice that each night for your assessment. The spelling words only use the spellings you know. This week, the spelling words will use the suffix ed. There will also be one tricky word. Remember, tricky words are words that do not follow the rules, so their spellings must be memorized. So get ready for the tricky word of this lesson. Before we go on, let's quickly check out some of the spelling words for today, because we are going to check out the suffix ed. Then we will add the suffix ed to practice the spelling word. Are you ready? All right. Can you pronounce? Beautiful. Yell. Yell. When I add the suffix ed, it becomes yelled. Yelled. Next, yank. Yank. With the suffix ed, yanked. Yanked. The suffix ed can sound as d in some words and t in other words. So take note of how they are pronounced. Yanked. Slum. Slum. Slumped. Slumped. Limb. Limped. Limped. Plop. Plopped. Smile. Smiled. Smiled. Shrug. Shrug. Shrugged. Shrugged. Like. Liked. Liked. Pat. Patted. Patted. Here comes a tricky word for today. And the first tricky word for today is you. 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 When I look at the spelling and the pronunciation of the word, you understand that the sound of the letters there do not relate to the word it's pronouncing. That is why it's a tricky word. We learn tricky words by memorizing. So I need you to pull down the spelling you. Have it down in your book. You. Okay, let's take a look at the family letter that you will bring home today. This has to be done and to be read by the entire family. It's in your book. This letter will explain activities you can do to practice your spelling words at home. Ensure that you give it to your parents. Okay, from there, remember my flip book? We still have our flip book review. Ensure you carry that out always. Now let's check out some short vowel sounds. Remember, E, vowel E, as in pit, sit, feet, lip. What other word can you give me? Short vowel E. Next, short vowel E. Bed, fed, pet, bell. Hat, sat, rat, cap. All are for the short vowel A. O. Run, fun, sun, cup. O. Umbrella. O. Pot, hot, mop, sock, hop. Can you hop? Okay. Now let's go for today's lesson. You'll be learning new sounds and spellings for vowels, and we're beginning with the long vowel A. The vowel sound in bake is A. The long vowel A. That is the sound we want to learn today. So I need you to gently write it down. Remember, vowels should be written in green color. So get your crayon out and kindly color A in your individual code chart. Color A, the vowel A in green. Okay, the spelling for the vowel sound in bake is a different kind of spelling. Check it out. The two letters for the spelling are separated. A and E, which means letter A and letter E. They are separated, yet they make one sound. What do we call this in English? They are separated, they work together, they stand for the A sound. And this kind of spelling is called separated digraph. Separated digraph. It can also be called split digraph. But for this lesson, I'll address it as separated digraph. You can see the A is separated from E. Okay, here it is, bake. If I want to sound, this is B, A, K, E. But the letter A and letter E, they work together to form a new sound, which is A, the long vowel A. Bake, bake. Now let's sound this out with our fingers. B, A, K, bake. Again, B, A, K, bake. B, A, K, bake. Now let's practice some other A sounds. Here it is. Eight, eighth, eighth. I ate rice. I ate some pizza. Eighth. Late, late. Don't be late. Made, made. Safe. Stay safe. Safe. Sail. Name. A. Cake. Cake. Okay. So put down your A sound in the green color in your individual code chart as we move to the next vowel spelling for today, which is I. 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 You see, just like the long vowel A sound, I can also stand as separated digraphs. Can also be a separated digraph. Time. You can see letter I and letter E are working together. Usually we know this is E and this is E, but the two of them coming together are forming one sound, and that sound is the long vowel sound I. So the spelling for the vowel sound in time is a different kind of spelling. Two letters for the spelling are separated, and like I said, we call it separated digraph. Separated digraph. You can see time, I'm, time. Can you say that? Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's move on quickly. Let's sound out this with our fingers. Get your fingers ready. Okay, the first sound is ts. Say after me. Ts. I, ts, I'm, time. Ts, I'm, time. All right, put your hands together for yourself. Let's practice some other words with the I sound. Mine. It is mine. Mine. Shine. Sunshine. Shine. Ride. Let's go for a ride. I. Bite. 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 A piece of cake. Bite it. Bite. Okay, so you put down your I sound also in your book. Okay. Can we practice reading these words together? Because you're going to see these words in today's story. A, I. The two long vowel sounds we've learned for today. Long vowel A and long vowel I. Okay. A. Plane. Take. Came. Drips. Face. Made. And tail. And for the vowel I, Mike, bedtime, smiled, liked. We're going to see these words in today's story. Take note, when you read, do not mix them out. All right. Can we do a little practice? Here it is, mad. Mad. When I add letter E to mad, what does it become? Do you have the answer? Okay, here it is. Made. Mad. Made. Rip. Rip. Alakazam. Whoop. Ripe. See? When the last letter came in, it went straight to the long vowel sound. I. Ripe. Tap. Tip. Pin. Pine. Grip. Gripe. Rats. I'll hold on a little for you to give me the answer. Rats. What would that be? What would that be? What would that be? There you go. Rates. Cap. You're still thinking? You're still thinking? Are you still thinking? Okay, cap. Cape. I love to have a cape. Cape. Heed. Hide. Can you do a little work with your magic E now? Quickly go to your worksheet 1.3. The magic E. Magic E. Simply bring the E and add it to the words there to get new words with new vowel sounds, and be sure to pronounce the words. Okay, these are tricky words. I guess you still remember. We've worked on all of these before now. Because, tomorrow, where, have, could, there, word, yesterday, to, how, should, year, are, today. We're going to review some tricky words. Remember, we said tricky words are words that do not play by the rules. They are words that do not play by the rules. So you should memorize the spellings. I, that's the first tricky word for today. I like to read by the pool. I is a tricky word because it's standing alone. When it's added to other letters, you can pronounce, you can sound and blend it and gives you the E sound, or added with the letter E, it can give you the I sound. But when it's standing alone, it is I. I like to read by the pool. You. Do you want to watch a movie? You. Y-O-U. You. It's a tricky word. You. By sounding, I should have y, or, but I can't call it ya. Rather, it is you. Do you want to watch a movie? You. Here's the third one. Your. Your. Please wash your hands. Your. Remember, always wash your hands. Your. Y-O-U-R. Your. Can you repeat the spelling? Remember, we learn these by memorizing. These are tricky words. Your. And the last for today is street. Street. Always look both ways before crossing the street. Can you spell street? Just 6 letters. S-T-R-E-E-T. Street. S-T-R-E-E-T. Street. Okay, that's it for the tricky words. And let's move straight to today's story. I want you to have some fun with this. Read aloud as it displays on your screen. Run in place. Slide like a snake. Slide like a snake. The I sound and the A sound. Can you identify them in the sentences, in the phrases? Smile twice. Smile twice. What vowel sound do you hear there? Hike up a hill. Hike up a hill. Okay, here we go. Bedtime tales, Mike. Take a good look at your reader now. What do you think the title, Bedtime Tales, is trying to tell us? Well, the word tales means stories. Tales is another word for stories. So what kind of story might be in this reader? I can see a boy, I can see a girl. Who are they in the story? So, open to your title page. Then we will turn to the table of contents. Please find the page number for Mike's Bedtime. Mike's Bedtime. I'm not going to read the story in this lesson. You are going to read the story. Remember, you'll come across these words in the story as you read. Plane, take, came, drapes, face, made, tail. You're also going to come across the I sound of Mike. bedtime, smiled, liked. Are you ready to read your story? Let's preview some words in the story. Drapes. Drapes. All right. What can a drape be? A drape simply is something around, over, or across. Something to hang clothes. For example, your curtains at home. You can see from the picture, drapes is used to hang the curtain. Okay, now let's look at the next word, slumped. Slumped. What does it mean to say something or someone slumped? Slumped simply means to fall over. Slumped. When I say someone slumped, have you gotten your answer? Okay. Now, sitting with your body leaning forward. You're sitting with your body leaning forward. I slumped because I was asleep. The driver was slumped, exhausted over the wheel. There was a slumped figure in the chair. Slumped. Sitting with your body leaning forward. You can see the girl there. It's her body leaning against the table. Okay. Next is sulking. Sulking. Well, a lot of us do it as kids. From the picture, what do you think sulking means? Take a good look at the picture and I want you to have your answer ready before I will tell you mine. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, what does it mean to sulk? Okay, it simply means silent or bad-tempered because you are angry about something. When we are angry about something, we do sulk. Now you can see the girl in the picture, she's angry. Sulking. To be angry about something. And the last one we want to look at is glinting. Well, I think you can figure out what that is already with the smile on the girl's face. Glinting. If you have it, why don't you quickly write something down about it? Glint. To produce small bright flashes of light. Okay, glint. When someone is happy, I can use the word glint. She was sulking because a toy was taken away from her. But when a new toy was given to her, her eyes gleamed. Okay, glinting. All right. Can we check out important points in the stories? The characters. What do we mean by characters? Who are the characters in a story? The characters are the people or animals in a story. Settings. The setting is where the story takes place, and the next is plot. The problem and the events in the story. As you read through each of the stories, take note of the character, the setting, and the plot. All right. I want you to call your friends together and read the story. While you read, have the following questions in mind. 1. Who are the two main characters in the story? Mike's bedtime. Who are the two main characters in the story? 2. What is the setting? What is the setting of the story? What are the problem and events in this story? That is the plot. What is the plot in this story? If you've gone through that with your friends alone, I want you to take out worksheet 1.4 and answer questions there. In the meantime, take worksheet 1.1 and 1.2, give that to your parents. You have to do all that together as a family. Share it with your family, have fun, enjoy reading your story, and leave questions for me through the box for questions. Go there, type in your questions, type in your review, ensure you complete every activity, take a picture of it, and send it to me. I love you. Till we meet in our next class. Stay safe.